The fights are coming in thick and fast this year. It's been so far so good a year in boxing. And, with Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, the way that fight went, and surprised a lot of people. A lot of people are mentioning Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo Lopez. A lot of people are saying what's going to happen with Devin Haney. They're talking about those three guys at 140 pounds. And I say, look come what June. A certain man is fighting a certain Liam Paro in Puerto Rico. And this man is a bad man. That man is Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias is a fighter at 140 who I feel like if he wasn't a champion, then he would just be completely frozen out. He won that vacant title against Jeremiah Ponce. If you haven't seen that fight, go and watch it. Absolute banger from start to finish. I've spoken about Subriel Matias before. I'll speak about him again. He's with Matchroom now. Eddie Hearn is obviously promoting him. And I think that Eddie Hearn has himself a potential star here. Subriel Matias is 32 years old, which is a bit of a worry because the way he fights, his style, you wonder how long is he going to be able to maintain that ferocity, the way he fights for as long. You'd probably say he's got maybe about 3, maybe 4 years left of his prime anyway, maybe even a bit less. But when I look at this guy's resume, it just, honestly, undefeated fighter quit, undefeated fighter quit, avenge the lost fighter quit, undefeated fighter quit, undefeated fighter quit. Now he's fighting Liam Paro, and can you guess what his record is? Yeah, it's an undefeated fighter again. This is insanity. That this guy, and people say, but who is Jeremiah? Jeremiah Ponce is not a bad fighter, and that was for a vacant title. It was number 1 and number 2. Ergashev was his mandatory. Ergashev is actually a very, very good fighter, a very good fighter. And these are tough mandatories he's fighting. And again, these are undefeated guys he's fighting as well. Absolutely going through them, making them quit. It's, I love when people come to me and say that I never seen Matías before, but once I seen your video on him, it's like, oh, I got to watch this guy. You do got to watch this guy. This guy is insane. And I look at him and I think about his style at the 140 pound division. And I maintain this. If Devin Haney isn't allowed to hold against Matías, he is in for a horror of a time. He's going to have a horrible time in there against Matías. Because Devin Haney, part of his game is holding. To an extent it is anyway. You look at him against Ryan. He was allowed to get away with a lot of holding in there, especially in round 7. If he does that against someone like Matías, and I would say Haney probably would be the bigger of the two, but he's allowed to get away with that against Matías, he'll have success. If he's not, and he has to try and keep Matías off of him, good luck with that. That's what I will say. I look at someone like a Teofimo Lopez, and yeah, Lopez isn't as good as... He's not great when it comes to looking for a target, and he certainly won't need to look for Matías. He certainly won't need to. But has he ever fought someone with that kind of ferocity, with the firepower that Matías has? I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. Would that be... Because Matías is someone who strikes me, he will just bite down on that gum shield and just keep going until he's got nothing left. With Lopez, if he's really having to go through adversity like that, how would he come through it? That's a really, really good question. Ryan Garcia, you see, Ryan against Matías, I could see him struggling in that fight. I really could, because Ryan isn't really... With Matías, you can put him on the back foot, hit him with something hard, get his respect early, and just try and keep him at range and outbox him. You'll have success. That's not really Ryan's game. Ryan will exchange with you. Ryan will make mistakes. He'll give you openings. Ryan will spam the left hook and give Matías opportunities to counter. Matías has some good uppercuts as well. So again, I can see this guy. I'm not saying I pick him over everyone at 140. Certainly not. But when I look at the 140 pound division, I look at the likes of Pitbull. I look at the likes of Lopez, Haney, Taylor, who's still knocking around, Cattrall, Prograis, Ryan. I think this guy is in with a shout at beating any one of those guys on his night. Liam Paro is going to be a tough test. This is Eddie Hearn and Subriel Matias' first fight. Matchroom, promoter, etc. He's not got an easy challenge. Certainly it's not going to be a gimme fight. It's not a gimme fight by no stretch of the imagination. But I think that if Eddie Hearn works well with Matías, he has potentially got himself a star there. Because this guy, honestly, I've said it once, I'll say it again. This is a bad man. He's got bad intentions. he is going to cause some serious damage at that 140 pound division. Mark my words, he is going to cause some damage. I'm not saying I pick him over everybody, but goddamn, he is going to cause some serious bother at that 140 pound division. Mark my words on that. Let me know your thoughts. If you haven't seen Subriel Matias before, I don't know what you're missing. You're missing out big time. Big time, because he is just... Honestly, I can't explain it enough how fun this guy is, to how good he is. He's a very good fighter. Go and have a look at Subriel Matias. That's what I got to say on that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video, people. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. Peace.